Well, spring is definitely in the air. Temperatures are on the rise. I don't see any snow around me. And we are definitely transitioning from the ice season to the spring season. Another thing that happens this time of year is you're gonna see a bunch of different companies talking about new products for the upcoming season. And one of the new ones that Northland has coming this year is the Walleye Essentials Tungsten weights. So there's a bunch of different weights in this collection, 4 different styles, but a bunch of different sizes, a bunch of different colors that you're not necessarily gonna see in tungsten weight offerings. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Joel Nelson is gonna break down all of these different Walleye Essentials options, and he's gonna start off with definitely one of my favorite, the new tungsten weight.
New from Northland is this Tungsten Dropshot Weight, which is something that I'm gonna be using a heck of a lot of. It's part of their Walleye Essentials series, and we think of drop shotting as a bass technique, but it's so good for walleyes. If you haven't tried it, something like this is really gonna get you into it. And the reasons is that this one was purpose-built and designed for fishing walleyes, and in a way that's really gonna benefit the average angler. So right away I look, there's this pinch stop swivel on the top. You thread the line through, you pull it tight, and it automatically puts it where it needs to be. And the idea here is that there's 5 different sizes and 5 different colors. Now those colors are gonna attract fish. As you're lifting that drop shot weight, it's gonna drop into the bottom, draw fish closer, but then they're gonna have that bait right at kind of eye level in their face. So these colors are gonna be great, especially in clear water, to attract fish that are really cued into the visual parts of the bite. One thing I love about this is the sleek design, the great paint job. It is tungsten, which is awesome because you can downsize it, right? It's gonna be a little bit more sleek. The way it's gonna slide through cover is gonna be easier, less likely to jam up in rocks because of its size. And a feature that I just can't get over how awesome it is they've got the size printed right on the thing. So if you want to track what sizes you're using, where and what depths of water, it's super simple to reach in here, grab this tungsten drop shot weight, and recreate the bite in whatever depths you're fishing, because 3/8 might be a little heavy for your application, but there's sizes all the way down to an 1/8 ounce and then all the way back up to a 1/2. So no matter where you're fishing or what kind of application or bait you're putting in a walleye's face and drop shotting, this tungsten drop shot weight from Northland, as part of the Walleye Essentials series, is gonna help you catch more fish.
The next one that Joel's gonna break down is the tungsten bullet weight, which for me just instantly screams pulling spinner rigs over the top of weed beds, stuff like that. But I'm gonna let Joel break that down right now.
Another addition in the Northland Tungsten Walleye Essential series is this bullet weight, but it's not just any bullet weight. It's really designed for walleye anglers and bass anglers alike that are looking to get premium functions out of a bullet weight. Something that should seem so basic can be really technical, and here's a couple reasons why. Number one, it's tungsten. So we already love the fact that it's gonna be downsized, and it's really important for shedding weeds. We just got done pulling spinners out here, and it was wonderful because it slipped right through the cabbage we were pulling spinners through. It did not contact the main part of the swivel because of the deeper cup in the bottom of this bullet weight. And on top of it, we had a lot of different color options. In turbid water, I'd like to run something a little bit brighter, get a fish's attention as you pull right past it, and then right after that, just 3 feet beyond it, is gonna be that spinner ready for that fish to eat. And so when I'm pulling these, I love the fact that I can snake it through the weeds. It is smaller, like I mentioned. With the colors and the sizes, I can adjust to a lot of different depths. They've got really tiny sizes like an 1/8 ounce, but then they've got big ones up to a 1/2 ounce. So a lot of sizes, a lot of different colors. It's really gonna turn out to be the best bullet weight you've ever used.
All right, next up we got something a little bit similar, but with slightly different application, and that is the tungsten cylinder weight.
Introducing the new Walleye Essentials series from Northland, Tungsten Cylinder Weight. Now this thing is really interesting. It's super simple, right? It's just a rolling weight with a line hole that goes to the center, but it does a ton of different things. Like anything tungsten, it's gonna be a little bit smaller in size and gonna be able to allow you to downsize the overall look and feel of it without sacrificing any of the weight in. And like the rest of the Walleye Essentials series, because it's tungsten, it's gonna give you superior feel. You can use it as a rigging weight, especially in sticky rocks. This thing is gonna roll around, it's not gonna find the edges and creases, and it's gonna keep you from getting stuck up in that junk. And as you can see right here, it's super, super versatile. I've got it rigged up as a slip bobber weight just above my main swivel, which is where I use a ton of different weights. It's really great to have something that's small like this in tungsten and brings the line through this bobber. A lot of times, if you're waiting too long, especially with forward-facing sonar, and you don't have a heavy enough weight up here, those fish have already scrammed by the time your terminal tackle end gets to the fish. So again, the tungsten cylinder weight, versatile enough to run it and rig it, but also on a slip bobber setup. So there you have it, 5 different colors, 5 different sizes, all kinds of options, just giving you another look as a walleye angler to catch more fish.
All right, last up we have the Tungsten Slideshot Weight, and for me this is definitely one of the most versatile weights that you can use. You can use it for all types of stuff, but I'll let Joel explain.
Right off the bat, the first thing I noticed, just like everything in the Walleye Essentials series, it's got the weight printed right on it. That makes everything so simple to be able to swap out, recreate the bites that you've been on. But this one is more versatile, believe it or not, than almost anything else in the series because it can do so many different things for you as a walleye angler. I think about this with its swivel top as a wonderful weight and sliding weight that we can use when doing traditional live bait rigging, especially in extreme rocky environments. Because it's tungsten, it's smaller than it would be if it were lead, and because it's tungsten, it transmits so much feel down to the bottom. You can feel when you're tracing through mud and then into sand transitions, all the way up to gravel and cobble and big boulders. It's gonna be a great way to feel your way through rigging different environments. On top of that, I think about it on the river and other environments when I'm doing 3-way rigging as a perfect dropper. You tie off 12, 18 inches of line. This thing's on the bottom of it, it's got the swivel on top, and it's a perfect way to do the same thing. Feel your way through 3-way rigging as you've got that bait kind of dangling back behind the 3-way rig. And then on top of it, if you want to use this as a tungsten drop shot weight, you can do it. Just tie it off on the bottom end of your rig and tie your drop shot hook just slightly above it. So the Tungsten Slideshot Weight is a true monster in terms of versatility. You can use it so many different ways, natural lakes and reservoirs all the way to river systems. And like I mentioned, in a number of different rigging options. Get it in your tackle box today. Enjoy the benefits of the Tungsten Walleye Essentials series, and specifically this Tungsten Slideshot Weight.
All right, that's about all we got for you in this one. Special thanks to Joel for sharing a bunch of really good information. If you are looking for any of these weights that we talked about, you can go to northlandtackle.com. They've got all of them in there. There's a bunch of different sizes, and there's also obviously a number of different colors too, which is kind of interesting and unique. But if you enjoyed this video and you learned something, make sure to hit that little red subscribe button down below because we have a lot more awesome content coming in the future. And until then, we will see you in the next one.